Today I really want to talk about something really difficult because I suffered from depression and my depression last year was really worse, and it was the worst feeling I ever felt. I think other people don't know how this feels like because before my depression I didn't know this feeling. It is a different feeling than sadness, and I really want to explain how it feels to live with depression. Um, so that's why I'm making this video. Maybe this video can trigger you, so I want to warn you, and I'm going to put a trigger warning too. Well, last year when my depression was on its worst, my day started with waking up, and I didn't like to wake up. Yeah, I didn't want to stand up and going downstairs because I had no energy for my days. I really wanted to make my day as short as possible, so I was staying in bed and laying there. So I was standing up as late as possible, so my day was really short. Well, when I was downstairs I didn't like to be there because I felt so empty. Even the light did hurt my eyes. And I hated to see the sunlight. I hated to see the clock because of the time was so slow. It felt like I just was waiting and waiting and waiting. It felt like I was just waiting till the next day. Yeah, actually my day felt like there was nothing to live for. Yeah, I didn't have energy to do things. Yeah, so my whole day was just waiting and sitting there, and the only thing I wanted to do was laying on my bed and doing nothing. That was the only thing I wanted to do. I pushed myself to do things to make my day look shorter, but that feeling was still there. I felt so energyless. I even had no energy to go to bed. So yeah, going to bed felt really worthless, and I don't have energy to do that, so I stayed up in the middle of the night and I just was sitting there and doing nothing. Yeah, but this feeling was really mild. The worst thing of my depression were the depression attacks. I was having depression attacks every day. Yeah, they were really strong. It was the worst feeling I ever felt. When I was having these depression attacks, I wasn't myself anymore and I couldn't think the right things anymore, and I literally lost myself. And they were really painful. Depression attacks proved me that a soul can really hurt. If sadness feels like a little cut on your hands, depression feels like a knife through your soul. It was really painful, and yeah, I was really suffering, and I wanted to sleep to not feel that pain on my soul, and it was the most painful thing I ever felt. Even when I broke my arm, it was less painful than that. Yeah, this pain hurted so much. I wanted to be alone because I couldn't take anything anymore. So I was shut myself up in my room and yeah, put myself on my bed. I was making myself really little. I didn't want to see and hear things anymore. Just laying there and suffering in pain. Yeah, people said to me if I was having these attacks, I had to call for help, but I couldn't do that when I had these attacks because everything in my world felt hopeless on that moment. I didn't want to be with people anymore and I didn't want to feel hope anymore, so reaching out for help felt really worthless and I had no energy to do that, so that was why I never called for help when I was having these attacks. Sometimes I just was suffering in pain and I didn't have thoughts, I just was suffering. But sometimes I did have thoughts too, but these thoughts were never good. These were always really sad thoughts and I couldn't think positive anymore. In my head I only could see proofs why I couldn't exist anymore. Memories from my past that made me sad, thinking that I didn't belong here. Yeah, and I really wanted to die. Yeah, I was thinking about how could I make myself dead. I hated the world. I hated myself too. I hated everything. The only thing I wanted was die. Yeah, so I was hurting myself to feel less pain on my soul. So I was doing self-harm and hurting myself to feel less pain on my soul. Because every time when I hurted my own body, I felt less pain on my soul. So I could do things I later will regret because I was doing this because I didn't feel anything for this world. Well, I don't feel lucky now, but I'm not suffering from heavy depression attacks anymore. Yeah, sometimes they are coming back, but now it's going fine. But I'm always watching it because I know my depression can come back, and yeah, sometimes it's gone and sometimes it's coming back, and now I have some rest. I think these were all things I want to tell. Yeah, I hope I explained this really well because it's really difficult to explain. I hope you understand depression more now. Well, this was my new video, so bye!